Hello, and welcome to the 412th Test Wing, Town Hall, and Fourth Quarter Awards Ceremony. If you have any questions throughout the ceremony, please text them to 707-412-8922. The number will also be displayed on the bottom of the screen. Please stand for the arrival of the official party.
Happy Friday! Yeah! Carry on. Is this on?
Ready to do this?
Test, test.
You ready to do this?
Welcome. You know what I'm about to do, right? Yeah? Yeah? If you're in the back third of the auditorium, Coco, stop right there. Stop. If you're behind Colonel Pabone in all those rows, there are plenty of seats at the front of the auditorium for you. Come on. Come on down. The show's much better from the front half of the theater, always. Sorry for the this sidebar on your script, but crowd control is very important for these. I heard a little siren. I'm hearing a little somber, but you know the grading for esprit de corps is actually happening the whole ceremony. I'm just saying. You guys here? Everybody over here?
I don't know if they're real.
I don't know.
Some of them are real.
How about Matt and the 412 CES? You guys here? You here? Yeah! LRS, you beat that?
I like it.
I'm going to make no comments about aided support, but hey, that's looking much better. What do you think, Chief? Is that a better alignment of the crowd in here?
I would say so, yes.
Awesome. Okay, and if you arrive late, I got the world's best operational historian that can also be a bit of a grumpy dude in the back named JT that's going to send everybody else down this way, right, JT? You going to do that for me? Okay, all right. Okay, thanks for being here. Despite that, what in the world was it falling from the sky the last hour? How awesome is that? And I'm glad you're here. So with that, I'll turn it back over to the people that actually are on script, and I'll only take it 3 or 4 more times, I promise.
Wait, sir. Whoever's at that door has a device outside of there. They were waiting for their opportunity to showcase that sound they were going to make, I think. Am I right?
Oh, yeah?
Am I right?
Yeah, is this the time?
They want to show off a little bit. Who is that? Who is that? I got your back. I saw you getting ready.
All right. Great, I'm glad you're wearing the ear protection. Yeah, all right. Ahmed is really happy with you right now. Okay, now are we ready? You ready?
Yes, sir.
You ready?
Yes, sir.
Let's go.
All right, good afternoon, everyone. I'm Senior Airman Julian Carasquillo from the 812 Civil Engineer Squadron. I'm Airman First Class Mike Carbajal, also from the 812th Civil Engineering Squadron, and we will be your MCs for today's events. It is now time to recognize the 412 Test Wing Fourth Quarter nominees and winners, Brigadier General Matthew Heiger and Chief Master Sergeant Denisha Ward Swanigan. Nominees, please stand when your names are displayed. Audience, please feel free to make some noise and show your support.
Let's practice. We're getting there. No, so we'll talk about that later.
Okay. Starting with the team category, the nominees are as follows. And the winner is from the 412th Maintenance Group.
Hold on. No. If you're in the audience and you're on one of these teams, stand up and let's cheer for you. Yeah. This is probably my favorite category because life, like test and fighting our nation's wars, is a team sport. So with that, our team of the quarter is...
From the 412th Maintenance Group, the 420th Aircraft Maintenance Unit.
Congratulations.
I'm not giving you this until the rest of the team shows up. Come on down.
They tried.
They did.
Okay, we're gonna have to fist bump this one. Congrats, everybody.
Congratulations. Congrats. Well done.
Thanks, sir.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Thanks. Congrats. Awesome. Well done. Okay, now, cheer them on. Who wants it? Right in the middle, right in the middle. Well done, everybody. All right. Congratulations again. Great job. Yeah, I think we're warmed up a little bit. So,
In the test team category, the nominees are as follows.
Stand up if you're in
if you're
here.
in the room, stand up.
And the winner is from the 412th Electronic Warfare Group, CEESIM Server DGS Integration.
It's a team award.
Congratulations.
So that
I know some of them are in the middle test.
that is a responsible answer. But I believe your group commander's right here. So come on up, Jose. Yeah. All right. Congratulations.
Thanks, sir.
Yes, sir.
All right. Right. Well done. Thanks again.
Now on to the civilian categories. First up, in the supervision management category, the nominees are as follows.
Don't be shy. I like it.
And the winner is from the 412th Civil Engineering Group, Adam Silver.
Congratulations.
Thank you so much.
In the scientific engineering category, the nominees are as follows. And the winner is from the 412th Operations Group, Erica Hale.
Give this outstanding airman another round of applause.
In the specialist and analyst category, the nominees are as followed.
I see 2 of you. There's got to be more. Don't be shy.
And the winner is, from the operating location, Air Force Plan 42, Nancy Joffrian.
Yes, ma'am, Miss Nancy.
So for those of you that weren't tracking annual awards, Nancy's a repeat offender. Yeah. Trend line, trend line.
That way I can see your boots.
These are different.
I love them.
Thank you.
Congratulations.
In the program project manager category, the nominees are as follows. And the winner is, from the 412th Test Engineering Group, Alfonso Ruelas.
In the staff technicians category, the nominees are as follows. And the winner is, from the 412 Civil Engineer Group, Alan Leckie. Accepting on his behalf, Mr. Phil Remley.
Mustache. Tell him we said congrats.
I know it's March, but I mean, come on. Right? 10 days? Really?
10 days.
10 days. Did you hear that? He said 10 days. What do you think, crowd? He's still a winner. Come on. Well done. Congratulations.
Thank you.
In the trades laborers category, the nominees are as follows. And the winner is, from the 412th Civil Engineering Group, Patrick Mata.
Hello.
Congratulations. Well done. Thank you very much.
In the Administrator, Commander, Support Staffs category, the nominees are as follows. And the winner is, from the 412th Operations Group, Victoria Holzar.
Congratulations.
Well done. You. Right, it's all yours.
Congratulations to the winners and nominees in the civilian categories. It is now time for the military portions of the awards. In the field grade officer category, the nominees are as follows.
No. So, for those of you that aren't here, if you'd like to participate a little bit, text in your cheers, text in your ooh-ahs and your other congratulatory remarks. The number is applicable, and it's on the bottom of the screen, 707-412-8922. If anybody in the crowd or anybody watching online has a question or a comment or anything else you want to get to us, like any other town hall broadcast, get that to us. So we had time today, fantastic, which we probably won't, but we will get to it on a future broadcast. But if you want to chime in from afar and send some congratulations, get them in, 707-412-8922. And with that, our FGO of the quarter is...
From the 412th Medical Group, Major Cynthia Siqueiros.
Congratulations.
In the company grade officer category, the nominees are as follows. And the winner is, from the 412th Medical Group, First Lieutenant Stephanie Dawson.
I do. Congratulations.
Thank you.
I think there's a double congratulations in order here, right? It says First Lieutenant on this, but I see 2 bars. When was that? January 1st. Congratulations and Happy New Year. Well done.
In the senior non-commissioned officer category, the nominees are as follows. And the winner is, from the 412th Mission Support Group, Master Sergeant Joe Fusel.
Congratulations.
Your team's not all excited for you. Well done.
Somebody go check on him.
In the non-commissioned officer category, the nominees are as follows. And the winner is, from the operating locations, Air Force Plan 42, Technical Sergeant Todd Hufford.
Congratulations.
In the airman category, the nominees are as follows.
Before you announce the winner, come on, stand up, before you announce the winner. Look at the future of our Air Force. Stand up, you guys. Doesn't it look awesome? Give them another round. I love me some group level Airmen of the Quarter winners. Congratulations already. Okay, but there can be only one.
And the winner is, from the 412th Maintenance Group, Senior Airman Ken Cazares.
Congratulations.
In the Honor Guard category, the nominee and winner is, from the 412th Comptroller Squadron, Senior Airman Colton Scott.
Congratulations. Well done.
Now it is time for our special categories. Nominated for the Innovation category, the nominees are as follows. And the winner is, from the 412th Test Management Group, Patricia Fisher.
Nominated for Safety Well Done of the Quarter, the nominees are as follows. And the winner is, from the 412th Operations Group, KC 30 MRTT E3. Accepting on behalf is Lieutenant Colonel Riss.
Congratulations. Yeah, so what do you think? Before we give him the award to take home to the team at Global Reach, he has to tell us what the acronym spells out.
MRTT.
Oh,
Multi-role tanker transport.
multi-role test tanker, KC-30 and E3. Congratulations, team. Well done, Todd. All right.
In the For the Warfighter category, the nominees are as follows. And the winner is, from the 412th Maintenance Group, Senior Master Sergeant Brandon Helton.
We're losing him.
Congratulations.
He's going to Barksdale, and he's taking half my protocol shop with him. Congratulations. It's still not too late for me to turn off the orders.
Go for it.
Well done.
Nominated for Volunteer of the Quarter, the nominees are as follows. And the winner is, from the 412th Maintenance Group, Senior Airman Samuel Delgado.
Nominated for Spouse of the Quarter, the nominees are as follows. And the winner is, from the United States Test Pilot School, Catherine Vantiger. Now for our last award is for the group with the most spirit. Let's go around the room and see who has the most spirit. So, 412 Civil Engineer Group.
So I would call that what do you think, Chief? That was a present? Like we're here, right? What do you think?
Yeah, maybe.
Probably a present.
Yeah, I think so.
You guys want a mulligan? You play golf? You want a mulligan?
Much better, much better.
I like it. That's one.
From the 412th Electronic Warfare Group.
What? Y'all brought it, didn't you?
Is there a doctor in the house?
How about the 412th Medical Group? .412th Mission Support Group. .412th Maintenance Group. .412th Test Engineering Group.
Jason's loud. Jason's loud. Certified geeks? Yeah? All right.
.412th Test Management Group. .412th Operations Group. United States Test Pilot School. Plant 42. .412 Test Wing Agencies.
We get to yell for that one, right? All right, do it again, do it
So
again.
this is where you have to be neutral when you're on the
I'm
bench, right?
kidding.
Right, legal team? Right? No, says the lawyer.
Well, y'all should have brought it next time. Next time, bring it a little harder, wing staff.
Okay. Is that 11? That's 11. I think I need a recount. I know you're surprised. How about CEG? What you got? Bring it again.
On three, on three.
Am I allowed to join in?
Now, I saw the cheerleader for maintenance group up there. AB, your team want another shot at it? So that's what happens when it rains and everybody walks off the flat line to the base theater, right? Right? I think I'm seeing a lot of MSG right here. Let's hear it.
All right, fall together. On to
This is where we take our paid commercial break. You guys go get your snacks and Chief and I confer. Ready? Somebody do the Jeopardy music while we're going. Can you do that? Yeah, I like it.
Turn our mics off.
Mic check, mic check. They're still on.
Yours is. Just when you thought football season was over and the instant replay timeouts were gone, right? Okay. As always, it's tough competition. I didn't need a calibrated sound meter this quarter, though. So before you announce the winner, the queen, the king, the champion, you always announce the runner-up. So at a very close second place, bringing it loud and proud, and certainly the most per people here, CE Group. Well done. The votes are in. I got the tabulation right here. But to the crowd, was it MSG? What were the cheerleading signals again, AB? Can you show us that? Well, everybody watch.
X,
Yeah, or was it MXG?
I don't know. He might need to come up here and step real quick.
Folks, I think we have a clean-cut winner. Maintenance group.
We gonna do it right.
There you did. That was worth the price of admission right there, Chief. Go give it to the Chief.
I was supposed to go.
All
You
right.
guys came out in full force today.
All right, well done. Another round. Thank you. All right. So we are going to get out on time. The great news is we got a couple minutes. Chief and I always love hearing from you. Questions, comments, other pieces of random facts or data you want to throw at us. If you're in the crowd, you get first dibs. But I know you're all shy, right? So if you would rather text it in, 707-412-8922. That's 707, the old airframe made by Boeing. 412 as in 412th, and then TWCC 8922. Anybody in the room, question, comment, critique, anything you want to throw at Chief? I mean, don't throw something at her. Anybody? Nobody? Chief, what was that stuff? I'll ask the first question. It was the hardest. Chief, what was that stuff in the sky this afternoon? I think it was poppy seed, right? A little bit more weather, and we actually may get the poppies this year. I'm super excited about that. Is there anybody willing to predict when we're going to have max bloom? Anybody know what that date is yet? Date window? Anyone? Okay, April 1st. Yeah. Who is in the crowd here today? First spring in the Aerospace Valley. Raise your hand. Yeah. The gods are about to have a paintball war in the color test wing orange. Make sure you get out and see it on the ground in the form of the poppies. I'm excited and elated for that. 2020 was a phenomenal super bloom. We've had plenty of water this year, so my fingers are crossed. It was kind of neat to see the weather change today. That was one of the 5 days of the year that we don't have a lot of sunshine. It's good to see. All right, and Judd, you'll be glad to hear the roof above Mike's office didn't leak today as well. Okay, all right, first question was the hardest. I asked it. Who has the next one?
They always want to act shy when you're here.
I know that.
And
Even
then
everybody
when you're
asks
not
you.
around, everybody come out
Okay.
and attack me.
All right. Here we go. This is what you texted instead of standing up and asking. So I'm going to give 2 to Chief, and I'm going to take 2 myself. You pick the one you want to answer in there, and then I'll go first. Okay. So I'm going to have to phone a friend on this one, but it's a great question. And a couple more things that I think are worthy of talking about around it. So the fourth quarter of 2022 was an amazing quarter. We accomplished a lot of things, not the least of which was the Air Force's largest STEM event in concert with an open house and air show. So if you participated in that, give yourself a round of applause. We, and I mean overwhelmingly the majority of us here at Edwards, supported our brethren down at Air Force Plant 42, including our mission partners, for the rollout of our nation's next strategic bomber in December 2nd, actually, of 2022. That's another huge feat. And then another one that you may or may not be aware of, but we effectively opened up DoD's largest public-private partnership for green energy in the form of a solar array on the northwest corner, northwest quadrant, really, of our nation's second largest Air Force installation. It's going to clock in at somewhere just south of 500 megawatts. I'm told that's a lot of electricity. Is that right, Judd? Still a lot? We did that in partnership with a lot of folks. But one of the things that we did there is we generated what's called an enhanced use lease. You don't need to know how to spell EUL, but that's what it is. The great news is that we lease that property to a public-private partnership, and some of their cash flow will offset and offload into an account that's dedicated to you. Not you individually, but to you or to us, the installation. That is, in the money world, or the FM world, no year, no color dollars, to the tune of a few $1 million a year. So now to the question. When will the gym track be completed? Liz, do you have an answer? Do you know? Do you know? I'm picking on Liz, Judd. Okay, so if you have a PT test or a physical fitness assessment in April, May, June timeframe, you may be running on a brand new track, right? So there's the estimate. Now the weather's got to hold up and a couple other things have to hold up. Holy cow, what in the world does the track and your question have to do with the solar array? Well, because it's at the gym, right? And then Captain Arnie Bunch, now retired 4-star General Arnie Bunch, walked in the gym on his first week of test pilot school and said, wow, this gym is a little bit long in the tooth. We are going to use, as an installation and as a team, the EUL dollars offloaded by generating clean power to slowly but deliberately, in a strategic manner, upgrade the entire fitness complex, because that'll never rise up the Milcon lane, but you need it and we deserve it, right? And so that's a way of putting our innovative thoughts together with different tools and tool sets. And you'll see things like new gym, upgrades. We're building out plans. We're not going to demo the whole thing and build it back up again in the tune of $100 million-ish, but you will see significant change starting 2 to 3 years from now about every year at the gym with things we're generating EUL and other fallout money in the minor Milcon construction plan. So that is a great path forward that would not have been enabled without a bunch of great airmen, active duty, enlisted, officer, and civilian here at the center of the aerospace testing universe, and we are all going to be benefactors of that. So thanks, Team CEG. Thanks, FSS, for leading the way and getting the requirements done. And thank you to all of you that give us the what could it be or what do you envision it to be at the fitness complex. So keep those good ideas and those requirements flowing. All right, Chief, that was my first question. What you got? Of course you can, Nancy. No color, no year. Even better.
What are you going to spend that on, and who's going to get it?
Yeah, so Nancy's question. So for those of you that don't remember Nancy, she's the one that Chief liked her boots as she walked across the stage. She's a multi-time award winner, including this quarter. So an EUL is going to generate no year, no color dollars. We have dedicated those dollars back into this installation because it was actually the installation that generated it in the form of upgrades to the fitness complex and the gym. So that's the plan. Great question. He asked if we can get a little bit down south. Yeah, no, and she's like this at FMBs as well, right? And now you know why she's a quarterly award winner, repeat, right? Yeah. If you're online, you are missing it, right? It is good dialogue here in the Base Theater today. All right, Chief, one of yours. Go ahead.
Why does Edwards do Reveille at 0730? Can the time be changed to accommodate the parents who are dropping off kids at school? That's legit.
So the answer as to why Reveille at 7:30, duty days only, why retreat, duty days only at 16:30, and why taps every night at 2100 is because the boss said so. The other thing that you may or might know about the boss is that I'm not dropping off kids at school, so I wasn't aware of that conflict. So to the person that brought that up, thanks. We'll take it into consideration and consider moving it. Now, if we are going to move it, 7:25, 7:35, 7 o'clock, 8. I heard 0530. Come on, it's time for inputs. If 7:30 isn't working for kids drop off at school,
text in your solution.
What do you think? I'm hearing an 07. The person that asked the question is 7, right? So you're weighing in. I like this. I like me some dialogue. I did hear an 0330 there, right? Wasn't it right over there?
We'll have a whole other question after that.
We will. What you don't know is that I believe the closest proximity from bed to loudspeaker, giant voice speaker, is actually in my house.
And I've been there.
Yeah, it is earth-shattering. Not quite as loud as that vehicle outside the door, but it is pretty close. So thanks for that ask, and thanks for that input. That's the kind of stuff that I only get at town halls, and that's one of the reasons we do this. All right. When is the museum going to be done? Another question we got from online. I'm assuming from the person that asked the question that you're talking about the Flight Test Historical Foundation Museum at the West Gate. So if it was somebody in here that texted it or somebody online, say, yes, that one. You'll note, if you've been in or out the West Gate in the last few months, that we finally took the horizontal construction, which were the concrete pads, which were poured in, back me up, Judd, 2017 timeframe. The Flight Test Historical Foundation went vertical with their steel construction by the end of the year. What many of you don't know is that that museum is not an Air Force museum. It is not eligible for appropriated tax dollars. It is not available for non-appropriated funds that we manage or monitor or raise either. That is completely a private organization, the Flight Test Historical Foundation. And so the answer to the question of when will the museum be completed is actually up to you. And I've already given you all the information you need to know about why it's up to you. Maybe not any one of you, but a lot of us, a lot of yous. Is that good English? They're short on fundraising. They went vertical because they had enough, but they're short on fundraising to complete that first building. When they have enough funds raised to complete the first building, we're going to start moving assets from on base to outside the wire so it's more accessible to our friends and neighbors that don't have CAC access or base access. So you can have retirements, promotions, squadron events, unit events. We're going to have a big STEM center in that facility as well. Starbase will have engagements out there, and we won't have to vet them through security forces and all kinds of other benefit, not just to us, but to the community as well. So if you would like to pick an organization to drop a 5, a 10, a 500, or you know an organization that wants to contribute to the broader Takata 2 community, the Flight Test Historical Foundation desperately wants to talk to you or to them. You can Google it, Flight Test Historical Foundation. That museum is not an Air Force museum, and they kind of get penalized for that. So this is my chance to set the record straight. So the answer to the real question is it depends, right? Fighter pilot shooting his watch, it depends. And it really depends on how fast we can raise the funds to do it. It is not an unobtainium amount of money. It's not a trivial amount of money either. But if you are interested in that, you're interested in raising funds, and no, Nancy, I'm not going to give them my EUL dollars, right? You were going to ask me, weren't you? Yeah, no, I can't spend EUL dollars on that. That would actually send me into a nice orange flight suit, jumpsuit. Nope, not going to do that. But I truly believe, who's been stationed at Eglin Air Force Base? Raise your hand, right, or near, right? Who's been stationed at Wright Pat or near? Raise your hand, right? So those are two examples of bases I've spent a reasonable amount of time that have a tremendous outreach program in the form of their museum, and that's our vision, or that's the Flight Test Historical Foundation Museum there. And that's a huge capability that's going to be great to have as we build out this installation into the future. So thanks for asking that question. I think it's really cool to have a flag flying on that building, and it's lit at night, so good on them. And I'm excited for them. Okay, Chief, you at least have one more.
I at least have one more. Does the base have any resources for civilians who are trying to pursue further education? Yes, they do. They do. There's tons of them. I've seen a catalog from at least 2 senior NCOs. Hold on. Let's get you on mic.
We have a civilian TA brief now on Wednesdays from 10 to 11, and we send out the email to all the personnel on base. But if not, you can just give our Ed Center a call. Our hours are now 07:30 to 15:30. We're open Monday through Friday. You can give a call at 661-277-2713, and we can send it straight to you. So our next one will be this Wednesday. We do have civilian TA, civilian programs, and civilian testing. We will be getting our Clubs and Dante soon. That's for active duty and civilians at no cost.
That's what you call a phone a friend right there.
That is, man. I am absolutely elated that we're back in person. Anybody miss pandemic days? Anybody? Who's excited to be here? I am. Thanks for being here, and thanks for being here for the phone a friend too. I'm giving the hard one to Chief. Chief, this is the most difficult question, I'm told. And it's probably somebody in the crowd.
Oh, I can't even read this.
Yeah, so I'm gonna go next. These will be our last two, unless Nancy has another question she's got for us. Right? No? You good? Is there any info on when the CDC will fill training positions for on-base children? It has been reforming for some time. So I'm not sure specifically the question. Do you want to address that, Liz, or do you want to hand it off to somebody else in the crowd? Okay, so we'll get Major Moyer that. While Major Moyer's contemplating her response to that, this phone a friend thing is great, Chief. We should do this more often. One of the things that I speak with always, save that one for me, okay. When we have a visiting DV, especially someone that hasn't been stationed or visited TDY at the Center of the Aerospace Testing Universe often, I remind them that there's some serious distances here. And if you are a family with little airmen, you know, about this age to this age, right? We have a unique capability here in that at 6 weeks, right? 6 weeks and a little bit, you can enroll your child in the CDC. And then when they get to the 4-5, they can do part day at TK at the Muir Joint Unified School District, and then spend the balance of the time in before and after care. And that goes all the way through grade school. And then there's a youth center for teens and tweens. And then you age out at, I don't know, it's usually uncool, 18, you said? Yeah, it's usually uncool about 14, 15-ish, right? That's where we see the crowd numbers drop. But even if you don't live on base, even if you're not an active duty military family, you have the capability, because you are a part of our Air Force team here, to enroll your kids both on the schools that are on the installation and also in the CDCs on the installation. And if you can't or choose not to do that, the other options are significant drives away. And so when we get told, just do that off base, holy cow. That's a 45-minute, in most cases, 45-minute one-way drive to the next certified child care facility for the very young ages. And that's somewhere in Lancaster, Palmdale. You start doing some quick math and you find out it's really hard to do an 8 to 10-hour shift and fit inside the 8-hour window for child care. And therefore, we have a unique remote and isolated demand signal for a larger child care CDC capability here than what our military population would otherwise require, is probably the right word. Because of that, we are pushing, Chief and I very aggressively, extra considerations for all remote and isolated CONUS installations that have unique time, distance, and tyranny of distance problems like we live with every day. There are others across the nation, like Laughlin, Holloman, Cannon. I heard General Thompson was here yesterday, and there was an Air Force or a Space Force station. He said, "Can that one be on the list?" Yes, sir. And so we are fighting for that. CDCs are one of the things that we are going to pursue aggressively in an exceptions to policy, to allow folks that work on the installation or live on the installation to enroll their kids from 6 weeks through high school in what's here, because that's what makes 93523 the best zip code in the Air Force. Now, having said that, Liz, do we have a big enough facility to grow the enrollment? Little bit. We might get more MilCon, but our limiting factor is actually the people that get the honor and privilege of working with our kids, because Takata 2 runs on what?
Childcare.
It does. So there you go. Enough time to think about the question?
Yes, got it.
All right. Major Moyer, folks.
All right, so a couple things with childcare. We are hiring 2 trainers, and we'll be giving those intent to hires this week. So a lot of great applicants. Thank you. We have 150 employees in child and youth programs, and we have 40 vacancies right now. So please, 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 if you want free childcare, let your friends know, because you can come work in any of the classrooms for the CDC or school age, and your first child is free, and your second child is 25% off if you work in a classroom. And let's say you want to be an administrator, you're still going to get 25% off. So we are adding a lot of great programs. We're adding gymnastics. We have now up to 4 sports for youth. So it's great to be out of COVID. we're really excited, and we got the charrette funded for the ad altar, so that is a addition to create more spaces for everyone. So we definitely know it's the #1 priority in FSS is getting childcare for you. And Chelsea Mostowski is our flight chief there, and if you have any specific questions, please reach out to her, and we can take care of you.
All right. So I hope to the person that asked that question that we answered it, but more importantly, talked about the larger child care, CDC vision, and the place we're taking it. Family child care is another thing that went very dormant. We're literally fighting with the state of California. For those of you that live off installation and would like to be certified via the FSS for family child care, we're fighting for your capability to do that as well. So if you are interested in that and supporting the larger community here at Tecate, please contact the CDC Child and Youth Services. Thank you for doing that. Because no joke, 93523 best zip code in the Air Force, and this place runs on childcare. So thanks, Liz. Glad you're here. Chief, you got the last one, and we're going to finish like right on time. Go. And then we'll get Chief. Yes, our volunteer of the quarter. Everybody give him another round of applause.
I heard a couple rumors a couple months ago about.
I love nothing better than to slay rumors. Yes, Hit me.
About the speed limit on base and especially on the lake bed going up by a couple miles. Is there something that can be addressed? Or?
Sir, don't look at me.
No, I'm not looking at Chief.
All the senior leadership.
Delgado, you are. Say it again, Stephanie. He's brave. You heard it. Colonel Isaac Francis said he's brave. He's brave for two reasons. Because he's asking in person, which I know that's kind of funny, kind of odd to do an IRL thing, right? But so good on you there. The other reason that somebody said he's brave is let's talk speed limits. So I'm looking at Josh. Man, that's impressive. March 10th. It's been yeah. Unlike being a little over the limit for a mustache, the Security Forces Squadron Commander, also my Defense Forces Commander, and his installation commander have a grand total of 0 tolerance on exceeding the posted speed limit on the installation. That should not be news to anyone hearing me say that. Unfortunately, the statistics say that it often is. We're tracking speeding citations and other rolling through a stop sign. It's even worse if you're in a school zone. Hands-free, non-hands-free device kind of things. And we're tracking at our wing level, installation level staff meetings, those citations and things. And there's a category in that for citations of how many miles per hour over the posted speed limit you are. That's 1 to 10, and the next one is like 11 to 15, and it goes up from there. I'm not going to tell you who the winner was last month, but that person will probably not be in our installation for a very long time, the person that won that one. In the category of 1 mile per hour over the posted to 10 mile per hour over the posted, we, the defenders, cited more than 0 people. What does that tell you? That no joke, the posted speed limit is the posted speed limit. A lot of us are not hearing that. So I need all of you to A, do that. Cruise control is a wonderful thing. I use it all the time on base. I use it all the time off base as well. But on base, I set it to the posted speed limit. And so should you. And then when you see somebody that's not doing that, remind them that there's a lot at risk, not just their safety, but they can lose access to the base and driving privileges on the base. If you see the folks that are parked at the signs, that's what those crowds are. And it's a long walk, right? But that's the stick. The carrot is what you're talking about, right? Yeah, the carrot is, would I be willing to change the speed limit, which I can do unilaterally, on the 4-lane section over Rosamond Dry Lake Bed? And the answer is yes. I am very willing to do that. But what's the when? When what? What's the rest of the rumor that I'm happily confirming? Yeah, no, the when is when we start actually driving the posted speed limit. I'm not kidding. And Mr. Judkins says, sir, it's never going to happen. Right? Sir, it's never going to happen. Judd would love nothing more than for you to prove him wrong and prove me wrong too. But as soon as we are consistently not writing tickets on this base for going over the speed limit, we will look at places where safety would allow us to raise the limit higher so everybody wins. not just the speed racers that think their lives and their time are more important than anybody else and everybody else's safety.
I recommend we do a test if we do get to that.
Yeah, a beta test is what Chief just said. Anyway, so I appreciate that question. Did I smash the rumor appropriately?
Yes, sir.
So there's no intent to change it right now because the crowd performance is not deserving of it. But as soon as the crowd starts correcting the rest of the crowd, we're in there.
10-4.
Right? Okay, you said you had 2. You got another one?
That was it.
Okay. Question in the back. So now that we're overtime, you guys got all these questions. I love it. Go. Can somebody run him a mic? Marco. Everybody give Marco a round of applause. Yeah, Marco.
Yes, sir. Master Sergeant Gaines with the maintenance group. Just to kind of piggyback, since that's what I do.
Please.
Just so we can kind of hear the challenge out loud on his request, what are you looking for in order to change the speed limit? So are we talking if there's no violations, let's say for 2 quarters straight, what do you have in mind on something like that?
I'm going to make it really, really, really simple. I leave the job August 18th. Between now and August 18th, if I can consistently drive in my personal car or my staff car from the main cantonment area to the gate, driving the speed limit, which I always do, and not get passed, then we'll start talking about it. But I'm not kidding, and there may be somebody in the room here. There's certainly folks in our community that I have had to pull over, call the right number for BDOC. Hey, there's a description color plate. Would you please hold them at the gate? And then I have a nice conversation with that person about the safety of the installation. And you're not actually getting anywhere faster, are you? And as soon as everybody drives the speed limit, we can all drive a little bit faster. So no kidding, no kidding. As soon as I can drive to the wall, not the gates, out the north gate, south gate, and west gate without getting passed in my POV or GOV, I'll take it under consideration. And you know who else gets passed on those same roads? Stand up, Josh. Stand up. It happens to him too, right? And as soon as I can do that, I'll go, hey, Josh, what are you seeing? And if he confirms that, now we're cooking with oil, team. But what's it going to take? Is it going to take the defenders writing the proverbial blank ton of tickets? It's not. And that's actually not the metric I want to see either. It's going to take us to remind our friends, neighbors, peers, and wingmen, hey, wear a hat. Hey, salute that officer. Hey, really? Don't have your phone in your hand while you're driving through a school zone. Hey, you know, if you run the numbers, is Wigby in the room? Is Lieutenant Colonel Rohrberg in the room? Yeah, you did the math once, right? How many seconds do you save driving in the west wall going 10 over? Yeah, you save less than 20 seconds driving in the west wall going 10 over the speed limit, right? All the way in. How much time do you spend in the line at the west gate? It's more than 20 seconds, right? As soon as we communicate to the crowd and we all take ownership for that, we're getting somewhere. Does that answer your question? That's a challenge in the form of an answer, but does that answer your question? Challenge accepted is what I heard him say.
Challenge
Good on
accepted.
you, man. I love it. Okay. Excellence in all we do, says a person from the crowd. I love it. All right. Chief, you had the last question, and we'll wrap it up.
Any efforts to provide financial support to airmen and families assigned to Edwards and California in general? In parentheses, it says remote and isolated, cost of living allowance, CONUS adjustments. So while we can't get into a financial training at this time, I will let you know, if you're not tracking, most of us are, but no color and no year money, the reverse of that, where it actually has fiscal ties and a color to it, you can't use that on airmen and families. So I will give you some insight as to what we've been fighting for a very long time, and you've probably heard me harp about it 100 times, is the NDAA language that prompted the changes to how we support and fund remote and isolated bases. And Secretary Austin had until no later than 1 March to go to the HASC and the SASC to provide them what the policy was going to be for those changes. And then that will in turn drive a DOD, a DOD instruction, and then from there we will have a DAF instruction. So General Higer and I met with SAF-MR to talk about the way ahead, and that's why we've been collaborating with all the other remote and isolated bases in the CONUS so that we can have all those facts and that data collected, force the numbers, and then be able to expedite that DAFI that will come out and then hopefully give us those incentives and have those adjustments to how we get paid in BAH or whatever it's gonna look like. But it will cover those 5 and Thrive things that you've seen us have on the charts, and it'll talk about childcare and medical and housing, and I mean, I don't wanna belabor it, but I think that kind of sums it up, that we should see something soon on the DOD that will then drive the DAFI.
Yeah, that's a lot of acronyms. The bottom line is, Congress said to the Department of Defense, what's going on at remote and isolated installations doesn't meet our standards. Congress said that to DOD. Secretary Austin responded with, here's my initial plan. The services are gonna build out how do we implement that. That implementation is literally gonna start this month or next. Chief has done an exceptional job in building out a coalition of the willing of the rest of the remote and isolated CONUS installations, which is a lot to say, which is why I just call it RICI, R-I-C-I, DAF RICI. And those command teams are actively poised and ready to pounce, fire, punch, kick, whatever, with the air staff on this is what we need, and these are the policies that we need, and here's the other considerations that we need. And not inventing something from scratch, but using the language and the law and the policies that are in use in DOD to help all of us. We are hearing from a lot of places like Department of the Army at Fort Irwin, Department of the Army, Utah Test and Training Range, Dugway Proving Ground. We're working a lot with other remote and isolated installations. What have you tried? What has failed? And what would be the value there? Not just for active duty airmen and their families, but also potentially for civilian airmen that have to drive a lot and pay the high California gas tax and income tax and tax that's in the form of car insurance and homeowners insurance and, right? This is an expensive place to live. We're here because the mission requires us to be here, and there's a lot of goodness available as we unleash that coalition on the Pentagon in response to Congress. That's the answer to the question. What can you do, is my question to you on that topic. Well, why do you think Congress, in the form of the National Defense Authorization Act, the NDA in 2022, asked the SecDef about quality of life and care for families at remote installations? Why do you think that happened?
Somebody reached out.
Because you spoke to your members of Congress. Because folks like you at remote organizations spoke to your members of Congress and their staffs. Here's what it's like to be stationed at base X in scenario Y. Your family story, your personal story, matters more than you can imagine to your elected members of Congress. And they will be the ones that actually authorize and then appropriate the funds that may or may not be color in your dollars, but it kind of doesn't matter when it gets to your LES, right? That help offset that cost and give the department some maneuver room. So you have a role to play. If you think to yourself, I don't need to do that, somebody else is going to take care of it, and everybody is like you, who says something to Congress? Nobody. So let's not be that. Dovetail the teamwork that Chief is building with the rest of the coalition and talk to your members of Congress. Talk to their staffs. Write them a letter, right? That is your right as an American, and it is perfectly acceptable for you to give your lived and observed experience, no matter what you're wearing as an airman. So I'm excited about that too, probably more excited about that opportunity than I am about the potential gym build out or driving 70 legally in from the West Wall. Because there's a lot of untapped opportunity there, but it's gonna take, again, a lot of us, maybe not all of us like driving the speed limit, but a lot of us to talk to our members of Congress and our local elected officials on what you think we need and why. So with that, as a charge to you, I think I'm gonna call it. I am elated to see the hundreds of you that are here. To those of you that are walking out with the beautiful tail of the Bell X1, raise that proud trophy loud and proud. Stand up, let's give you one more round of applause. Stand up. Folks, these are the most valuable players on this championship-winning team that we are all privileged and proud to be a part of. Everybody have a great Friday. Enjoy the weather. I say that legitimately, but be very safe, not only walking out of here because it's slick, but also on the roads as well. Have a great weekend.
Room, attention.
Carry on, everybody. Happy Friday.
What was on that other stick?